What's cooking, family? Welcome back to the Carbs vs. Cardio channel. I'm your man, Big K. And today, we actually have a versus. For today's carb, we're going to have something that's a treat. It's bigger than the rest. It's better than the rest. It puts the others to shame. We're having a king crab leg that was gifted to me. Now, I'm pretty sure almost everyone loves crab legs. The only people who really don't enjoy them are the people who are allergic to them. And they enjoy them, they just can't by default. But we're not doing no snow. We're not doing Dungeness. We're doing the crown jewel of them all. We're doing the king crab legs today. But in order to enjoy a king crab leg, you know what we have to have? We have to have king crab legs ourselves. You can't be walking around with your little skinny chicken legs and twigs. You gotta be balanced. Your legs are the strongest muscles on your body. They also help, I won't even say help. They're the core piece of stabilization, functionality, and everything in their kinetic chain. You need your legs strong. And everything, not just the legs, quads, hams, calves, most importantly to me, hips. Everything has to be on point. So in order for us to enjoy these king crab legs, we have to build king crab legs. But that's enough of that talking. Let's get to it. We're going to start this leg workout we're going to start with the quads. We're going to be doing body weight squats. But I've been in my system in this regimen now is where I go maximum reps with minimal weight. Then I go maximum weight for 2 sets with the minimum reps. And then I go in between moderate to moderate. Moderate reps, moderate weight. Now how I'm going to do that with the body weight squats is no weights, no nothing on me, 25 reps. Then I'll put on the weight vest, which is 20 pounds, and grab a pair of dumbbells, and I'll do 2 sets of that for 15 reps. And then lastly, I will drop the dumbbells or either take off the weight vest, either or, whichever you prefer or have. Then I will do that for 20 reps. That'll be 4 sets of body weight squats. So let's begin. Being this dub, 25, don't need nothing for the first set. And after you do that with the body weight, now everyone may not have this either at their gym or at their home, but let me move. Excuse me. The trap bar. I have one, trap bar, football bar, whichever you prefer to call it. Now, but so what I have to do now is I would do the same thing. Minimum weight on here, 25 each side. Then I will progress to my maximum, which should be about 150. I will do that for 2 sets, take those off to about, let's say 75, no, about 100, either or. Basically, it's gonna start off at 1 plate, jump up to 3 on each side, then come down to 2. No difference. Touch, go. Touch, go. Touch, go. Touch, go. Touch, go. No difference. All right, now, first let's explain this. This is going to be, I usually do work hamstrings. I have the leg collars and the bands. Let me show you. Here go the leg collars, but the bands had popped yesterday. That's why I'm not doing hamstrings today. But I will give a full thorough I will show all the working sets to this leg workout that I'm explaining today next time in the video by itself. But for the sake of time for this video, like I said before, it's a versus. So it's also going to be some cooking in this video. That's why I'm not going to show every set. I'm going to explain it the next time. If wanted, then I'll give a full breakdown to show every working set. But hamstrings are the lifeblood of the leg workout. Do not forget it. Do not neglect it. They're very important. But now what I'm going to jump into for this last part of the leg workout is calf raises. There are multiple progressions that I have for calf raises and to get them meaty calves. Now, one is same difference. I do this like 1, 2, 3, 4. There are many working ways I can do this, but I still do the same thing. 25 to warm up, 25 reps to warm up. No added weight, no added accessories. Then I'll jump into the maximum by putting the weight vest on with a pair of dumbbells. Now, I'm using 15s today, but you can use whatever weight feels comfortable to you. You can go up, you can go down, whatever your preference may be. Then I'll jump into taking the weight vest off or dropping the dumbbells. Then you also have one-legged calf raises, and then that's a progression. And then the last one would be I'd like to stand on this plate. I'll show you in a second, where I don't let my heels touch the floor at all. When I want to do full stretch with a full range of motion, I'll go all the way up, come all the way down, letting my heels touch the floor. But then for the constant tension, what gets that muscles tight, defined, toned up, I'll do constant tension by not letting my heels touch the floor. But that's enough of that chitter chatter. Let's get to it. Let's check. And then All right, family, that concludes today's leg tutorial. Now, if you would like a full breakdown to see every working set, please let me know. I will do so. Oh, I'm looking raggedy. I hate this. But I digress. Raggedy or not, you still got to come get it in. Still got to be in that gym. But that concludes today's leg. I hope you have any tweaks, any changes. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, let me know. I'll add those and show those. And there's a couple more things we could have did for legs, and that's why I said next time. I think I still might break it down because there are a couple little things that I do add to legs. But I think this is a good foundation to start with. And mind you, if you don't have dumbbells, it's fine. If you don't have a football bar, it's fine. Use what you have. And the one thing you do have is you. So if you be like, well, I don't have that, You can hold something heavy and do squats if you want to, or do calf raises if you want to. Pick up one of the kitchen chairs or the dining room chairs. Do whatever you have to do, or just do what I started with. Was I would do 10 sets of 10 with body weight squats. So if you don't have that, you always have you. But I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's get into the kitchen. All right, family, we're in the kitchen, and let's get the ingredients going. So I got a teaspoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of butter, and a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. That's the ingredients we're gonna start off with. And now let's start. Let's introduce the star of the show, the king crab leg. Like this, good size. This is gonna make for a great meal. But in order to prep this, what I'm gonna do is I'm breaking it down into pieces. One, because since I don't like using a whole lot of butter, I want the I want the butter sauce that I'm gonna make to fully penetrate through the shell. And as well, this makes for when I plate it up, it looks more presentable instead of just having the whole leg. So I'm gonna throw this in the strainer, and this is gonna steam this right in the strainer. I'm not gonna boil this, I'm not gonna bake it, it's just gonna steam just like this. Strainer inside of the pot with about half a cup of water. And I'm going to be getting the sauce ready while this steams. So I'm just going to have this on medium high, and you're going to go from there. Alright, let's add the olive oil. Put that in there. Swirl it around, let it coat the pan. Then we add the garlic. Now typically I will wait a little couple, like maybe 2 minutes for the pan to get hot, but don't worry about it, it's still gonna come out the same way. And actually it gives it some time so the crab can actually finish steaming. So the sauce won't be done too early, because I want the sauce fresh to put on this crab leg. Alright, now it's been about 3 minutes or so. And the crab leg is cooking very well. I don't know if you can see the steam lines, but it don't seem like this is very hot, but it is very hot. And now if I forgot to mention, I already had the water boiling when I added the crab leg to it. And that's going. Now see, our oil is getting nice and hot. The smell is going to be fantastic with that garlic cooking. So once that's starting to sizzle over, go ahead and add your butter. We're adding this last, just so the butter won't burn. And it's not going to be a whole lot. So this is going to be a very quick meal, but very rewarding at the same time. Get that a good mix. And this is about the texture, the consistency you're looking at, what you're looking for. Not drying all the way up, but still kind of liquidy but thick, but almost kind of velvety a little bit. And after that, you're just gonna turn the heat. And you can turn it off actually, and just let the heat from the pan continue to cook this as it goes on. Soon this crab is coming off. Look at all that steam, nice and hot. Now we're back at the prep station. Now what I'm doing is I'm cutting the shell. I want to cut a strip down the shell. I'm not just cutting it in half. I'm cutting it about, I want to say like 1/8 of an inch thick. Just because since we're not drowning this in a whole lot of butter, you know, it's hard. It may be hard to think about eating crabs without a whole lot of butter, but this is still carbs versus cardio. This is a slight cheat meal because we are using butter, but we're not going to use that much. So we're just going to crack it that way. We'll be able to penetrate the shell with the sauce without having to drown it in a whole bunch of butter and kill the workout we just did. Now that that's all done, we're gonna put this in the pan like I just did. Now there's one ingredient I forgot. We're gonna add just a touch of lemon juice all throughout the crab. Now this, you know, without crab and lobster, the two best friends of crab are lobster, butter, and lemon juice. So since I cracked it, I'm able to pour it directly onto the meat, which is really give it that, it'll make that lemon flavor pop even more without having to douse it a whole much. But we're gonna save some of that juice. And here's the garlic butter sauce. It's gonna add a little bit, not a whole lot. We're gonna be using the rest of that to make this. We're gonna complete the sauce in the pan. This is just to give us added some more flavor inside, let it deeply penetrate, but we're gonna do some more work to it. So now that I'm back to the pan, I let that come to a simmer, and then you add the rest of the lemon juice to your garlic and butter mixture. Gonna season it, rosemary leaves, and you don't have to follow what I did. You can do what you want. And I'm not gonna put no measurements in seasoning because this will season it with love. But don't go too crazy. Black pepper. And just gonna get it a good mix. And you're only gonna have to keep this on the stove for about a good, I won't even say 2 minutes, minute and a half. But it's very important. This heat is off. I had it on medium, still had it on medium high, but I turned it right back off. Now it's time to plate this up. That it's looking good so far, but it is not done. You see that? We don't waste around here. So the rest of that juice that's in that pan, yeah, go ahead. Throw that right on there. We don't, ain't no wasting going on. All right, now for your garlic butter sauce, just go ahead and drizzle that right on top, like so. Oh, look at that steam, it's fresh, hot. Be careful. You will burn your mouth if you eat this right now. It is very hot. Gonna add a few more seasonings. And this was a thyme and oregano mix. Now I'm adding some parsley for the color, a little bit of flavor, but I like it. And some Old Bay, because you know, what is seafood without Old Bay? But this is a very high sodium this has a very high sodium content. So just gonna do a couple taps. I'm only using about 2 fingers to tap it on. I am not putting this on too heavy. I'm only putting enough just for taste. That's it. And next is enjoy. Hope you like this. Hope you make this and tell me how it turns out. Peace.